Hello students, today we'll discuss the adaptations in plant showing different type of pollination, that is anemophily, hydrophily, chiropterophily, entomophily, etc. First we'll discuss adaptation in plant showing anemophily. Anemophily is pollination through wind or pollination done by wind is known as anemophily. So, how the flowers get adapted to anemophily? Number 1, position of the flower. Children, in anemophilous flowers, generally these flowers are present above the foliage. Generally, these plants are present above the foliage, that is, they are present above the leaves. Foliage means leaves present on the plant. If flowers are condensed and present in inflorescence, if flower is small, condensed and presents in the form of inflorescence, then this inflorescence is hanging or pendant type. Then this inflorescence becomes hanging or pendant type. This is known as pendant position. For example, in mulberry, the inflorescence in mulberry is known as catkin. Second, androecium. In anemophilous flowers, the androecium or stamen are well exposed and the anthers are versatile. Versatile means they are freely swinging in position. They can freely swing. So androecium or stamens are exposed and there is presence of versatile anthers. For example, in grasses, rice, wheat, etc. Both in anemophily and hydrophily, the contact of male and female gamete is by chance. That is, formation of zygote is a chance process. Fusion of both male and female gamete is chance process in both anemophily and hydrophily. So, the male gametes, that is pollen grains, are produced in large number. So, large number of pollen grains are produced. In case of anemophilous flower, the pollen grains are small in size, they are non-sticky, they are light in weight. Pollen grains are small, light and non-sticky in case of anemophilous flowers, that is, which are pollinated by wind. And appendages may be present. See, this is written in NCERT that in case of anemophilous flowers, pollen grains are small, light, non-sticky. This is not written in NCERT that they may have appendages like wings. Pollen grains may be winged, for example in case of pinus. This presence of wing is a primitive condition. It is a primitive type of pollination and it is generally present in gymnosperms. In anemophilous flower, gynoecium has less number of ovule. Generally, one ovule is present in the ovary in case of wind pollinated flower. This line is written in the NCERT. So, less number of ovule present in each ovary. Generally, one ovule per ovary. Stigma is generally branched or feathery stigma is present. Stigma is generally branched or feathery to catch the pollen grains. See, in this diagram I have shown the stigma is branched, bifid, and it is feathery. Now we take the example of anemophilous flower, that is maize. Maize is monoecious. Monoecious means in the same plant we have both male and female flower. On upper side is male inflorescence, that is tassel, and on lower side there is female inflorescence, that is cope. The silky threads present on the cope represent the style. They represent the style and they are the longest style in the plant kingdom. So pollen grains are transferred to the female flower or female part, that is cope, through wind. So the male and female flower are present on the same plant, therefore they undergo geitonogamy. They undergo geitonogamy, that is, it is functionally cross pollination but genetically it is self pollination. Next is disadvantage of wind pollinated flower or disadvantage of anemophily. Disadvantage is that pollen grains are produced in very large number and there is wastage of pollen grains. Wastage of pollen grain which are not used in pollination. Large number of pollen grains in air can cause allergic reaction. This we have discussed earlier also. Pollen grains of Parthenium cause allergic reaction. Parthenium is also known as carrot grass. This is an invasive weed. Next, we will discuss hydrophyly. Hydrophyly means pollination by water. As we have already studied that hydrophyly is exhibited only by 30 genera of angiosperms, and mostly these genera belong to monocot family. In case of hydrophylous flower, the floral parts are covered with mucilage. They are covered with mucilage which protects the floral parts from wetting and deteriorating. So floral parts are covered with the help of mucilage which protects them from wetting. Androecium, that is male part, produces pollen grain, and here also the pollen grains are produced in large number because the fusion of male and female gamete is by chance. Pollen grains are again lightweight, but they are unwettable. Female part, that is carpel or pistil, is having long stigma. They have long stigma. Stigma may be sticky. So this is the characteristic of hydrophylous flower. Now, hydrophyly is of two types, epihydrophyly and hypohydrophyly. Epihydrophyly is pollination by water above the surface of water. That is, pollination is at surface of water. And when it is below the surface of water, inside the water, then it is known as hypohydrophyly. Epihydrophyly, that is pollination on surface of water, is present in Vallisneria, which is also commonly known as tape grass, eel grass or ribbon weed. And hypohydrophyly occurs in Zostera, that is seagrass, and Ceratophyllum. Children, Vallisneria is a dioecious plant, that is male and female flowers are present on different plants. Male and female flowers are present on different plants. See, this is male plant and this is female plant in case of Vallisneria. Male plant has inflorescence called spadix. It has male flowers. When this male flower gets matured, it